because it's moral, right?
I mean, everybody has their own opinions. I mean,
Well, there's only one opinion that matters, and it's the eyes of God. And regardless of moral or not, we have the law of the moral law in our heart. We know that that murder is wrong, and Jesus even said further. He said if you get angry with someone, you murdered them in your heart. He's saying that it's a heart condition, and that is exactly what um, that's what this is an abomination to God. When Cain murdered his brother, he said, the blood of your brother is crying out from the ground. And there are millions of babies that are being ripped from the womb every single day. They feel it. They go through this process of where they snip the body parts, each one by one, and they feel every single one, every single thing that they endure. That's what's taking place. Back in the day, we used to sacrifice babies at the altar of having being fertile, or to have a good harvest, things like that. If you look at the Aztecs and throughout, back in history, and now we sacrifice babies not at the altar by cutting their heads off by our own hands, but now we do it with surgical instruments, and we do it for the sake of, in the name of our idol of convenience, having our,
well,
and all those kind of things.
I wouldn't say convenience because my thing, the reason why this was an option for me in the first place was because I mean I'm young. Obviously, you can see that. I mean, I just got out of school. Let me finish. I'll let him finish. Let me finish. So I'm just coming out of school. I I don't have anything right now. So why would I bring another human being into this world if I had nothing to give to it?
I'm afraid you have a baby. You have a gift from God. That's not. I know it can be scary. It's a responsibility. I got 3 kids. I understand. But it's a gift from God. And like when I was younger, I was selfish, and I looked at things like, I wanted my convenience. I wanted to live my life. I worried about money. I worried about all those things. And when God blessed me with a child, my man, and it's worth every sacrifice. It's worth every time I have to discipline my child and all this. It's worth it because they're a gift from God. They bring me so much joy, and the reality is, regardless of what happens in this building, you're forever a father. You're forever a father. From this moment, you're a father. This is a life that you have, that you brought in this world, that God said sovereignly. He said, in the midst of, even though maybe it wasn't planned, might be considered a mistake, but there's nothing a mistake by God. Your life is valued. That he did the same thing for you. He did the same thing for me. He said, on this day you're going to be born. This is going to be your parents. And regardless of the tragedies and the situations, I'm guiding you through every single thing because you're my creation. You have value. You're made in my image. And this is what this is how he feels about you and about and myself and about this child. And that's why we're here, because we care about you. We care about the baby. We want to help. If we can offer help in providing for whatever, scholarships for your child in the future, diapers, help, whatever thing. We will even adopt your child. That's how much we care. Like this, there's other options besides murder. Nothing justifies murder. And so this is a life that is precious, and you have people that care, that really do, that would give it all up for your own child. And that's what Christ did for us. That he came down from the throne of heaven, and he saved a wretched sinner like myself. He lived a life that I could not live, perfectly enduring every temptation I endured. And he went to the cross and he bore the wrath of God, the punishment I deserve. And that's pure grace. And so the only reason why I can stand here and say what I'm saying, and love my neighbor and love the child and love you is because of the grace of God that he's bestowed on me. Because I'm not worthy of his love and his grace. I'm not worthy to have the life in my lungs. I've sinned against him over and over again, and yet he was gracious to me. And this is the same thing that we do for others. We love our enemies, we love others, and we love the child that he gave us.